Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we have seen the step response and impulse response of the first order system, followed by the second order system, its classification based on the damping factor and nature of response, pole locations based upon the damping factor zeta. So today we will see the step response of second order system for different types like underdamped, undamped, critically damped and overdamped. Let us start with the transfer function. The unity gain second order system has transfer function g of s is equal to omega n square upon s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square. Now for step response, R of s is equal to 1 by s, and which R of s, that is g of s, will be equal to y of s, that is Laplace of output by Laplace of input with zero initial conditions. So the step response has Laplace transform y of s, R of s is equal to 1 by s, then y of s becomes 1 by s into omega n square upon s square plus 2 zeta omega n s plus omega n square, and then y of t will be the inverse Laplace transform of this expression. So depending upon the value of zeta, this expression will change. It will take different forms. For zeta equal to 0 it will be different, for zeta between 0 and 1 it will be different, for zeta equal to 1 it will be different, and for zeta greater than it will be different. So based upon that, what I will do, I will write down the expressions. It is damping factor and step response. So first let us take zeta equal to 0, that is undamped, and for this the expression for step response is y of t is 1 minus cos omega n t. So this expression can be obtained. If I put here 0, this will be omega n square upon s into s square plus omega n square, and then by taking partial fractions we can get this. Then next is zeta between 0 and 1, which is the most important case, underdamped, and for this the y of t is given by 1 minus e raised to minus zeta omega m t upon under root 1 minus zeta square into sine omega dt plus theta. What is omega d and theta? We will see it. Then the next case is zeta equal to 1, that is critically damped. And for this case, y of t is given as 1 minus e raised to minus omega n t into 1 plus omega n t. And lastly, the overdamped case. Actually, this overdamped case is not at all required, but let us see what exactly it is. This y of t is 1 plus, it is very big expression, I have done it, 1 by 2 into zeta square minus 1 into bracket zeta plus under root zeta square minus 1 into e raised to minus zeta plus under root zeta square minus 1 omega n t minus 1 upon 2 under root zeta square minus 1 into bracket, this just plus becomes minus, zeta minus under root zeta square minus 1 into e raised to minus zeta minus under root zeta square minus 1 omega n t. And now if we sketch these responses, if we try to sketch these responses, what I will do, I will sketch the step response of undamped system separately and the remaining three in another view. So let me do it here. For zeta equal to 0. So it is what? 1 minus cos omega n t. So it is a sine wave. So as discussed in the previous lecture, for the undamped system, response will be continuously oscillatory with same amplitude. So it's 1 minus omega n t. So when omega n t is equal to 0, when t is 0, cos 0 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. And when this becomes becomes pi by 2, so at that time it will reach the maximum, that is 1. So maximum value will be 1 and minimum value will be 2. So this will be 0, 1 and 2. So initially when t is equal to 0, its value is 0. This is the this shall be the steady state value 1. So it will be like, it is starting from 0 and maximum it is 2. When omega n t is pi, this cos pi is minus 1, 1 minus minus 1 is 2. So this is the case when omega n t is pi here. Then this is the case when omega n t is pi by 2. Again omega n t is 3 pi by 2 and so on. It starts. So this is for the undamped system, a step response for undamped system. And now let us see it for the remaining three. This is 0. Let this be 1, that is the expected steady state, which is never occurring when zeta is 0. But when it is underdamped, it will be like this. It will start and the oscillations will start dying out. But this time of period of oscillation will remain the same, and these oscillations will continue till infinity. Then next, if I consider the critically damped, the response will be like this. It is almost like a first order system, and it will touch this line at t equal to infinity. And for the overdamped system, this expression, the response will be like this, very slow as compared to the critically damped. So I can clearly say that this is underdamped, this one is overdamped, this one is critically damped. And this is y of t versus t. So this is the step response. In particular, the response of underdamped system is more important, and now we will to emphasize the response of underdamped system. So for that purpose, I will rewrite the expression for the step response of second order under damped system is y of t equal to 1 minus e raised to minus zeta omega n t upon under root 1 minus zeta square sin omega dt plus theta, where omega d is equal to omega n into under root 1 minus zeta square. This is also referred as damped frequency or frequency of damped oscillations, and this theta is given by tan inverse of under root 1 minus zeta square by zeta, which is also equal to cos inverse zeta, and which is also equal to sin inverse of under root 1 minus zeta square. But how this comes? So for the second order system, for the underdamped second order system, the poles are at s equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus j omega n under root 1 minus zeta square, and this is omega d. So this is also equal to minus zeta omega n plus or minus j omega d. So these are the poles. Now if I draw these poles in a pole 0 plane, so let this be one pole and let this be the second one, and let me have this line. Now this is nothing but this is j omega axis and this is real axis sigma in the s plane. So this is s plane, and this thing is minus zeta omega n, whereas this is j omega d minus j omega d, and this angle is given by the theta. So this is the theta, this one. So applying trigonometry, what we get? This theta is equal to tan inverse of this by this. So tan inverse of this angle, this distance is omega d, that is omega n into under root 1 minus zeta square, divided by this distance is zeta omega n. So this is equal to tan inverse of under root 1 minus zeta square by zeta. At the same time, if you apply, now if this is a hypotenuse, so it will be you can say, which is also equal to say cos inverse of this zeta omega n divided by omega n. So this will be omega n. So this is equal to cos inverse zeta. Also the same can be written as theta is equal to sin inverse of this divided by this, so this is nothing but j omega d, so it's omega n under root 1 minus zeta square divided by this hypotenuse will be omega n, so it is equal to sine inverse of under root 1 minus zeta square. So this theta as well as this omega d has importance due to the damped oscillations, and then what we can do is we can sketch this response and then we can find out its time domain specifications. So that we will do in the next lecture. It is enough in this lecture. In the next lecture we will see the elaboration of step response of second order underdamped systems, its time domain specifications, their definitions and formulation. Thank you.